Shalom everyone, I hope that you're doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for a daily reading. And this is the second time I've done this, is second take on this video. I did a reading and went back and watched it, and my fan was going. You could hardly hear my voice. So anyway, I'm redoing this. We have a lot of people in their head about financial things, maybe apologies with people. On that first reading that I did. So we had the moon come out. There's emotional things going on for a lot of people in the country, and basically the divine just wants people just to tap into their intuition and just, you know, be as calm as possible in whatever's going on in your life. So I send you love and light. If your birthday is today or your anniversary is today, happy birthday, happy anniversary. I hope it's fantastic. Alright guys, let's just get in here. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back guys. I appreciate you. So let's get in here. I wake up with my audience. So if you are new, it takes me a second. I've actually been up for a little while, but my head's really, really heavy today. So I'm really trying to wake up big time. So Divine, what do you want to say in this reading here? What's the message for March the 31st, 2020. If you missed your 72-hour readings, I've got 2 of those done for, I think it was fire and earth is what I did. I still got air and water to do today, so I will be posting those later. So if you want the notification, hit that little bell on the side. We have the Fool, so something brand spanking new taking place today. A new day, a new spark, a new faith, jumping off of the cliff here with the Fool card. I like it. Okay, so that's both Aries and Aquarius energies, having a lot of knowledge today. The 11th house about knowing stuff and having a clean slate and jumping off the cliff. And even if you don't know what's going to take place. Even if you don't know what's going to take place. I'm going to cut these again. There's some type of freshness here with this. Also, maybe real far out there things going on. The Fool can be really eccentric energy. Okay, maybe just somebody's being really creative. I will say that we had the Ace of Wands that came out in my first reading. That's about being creative, okay, which would be fire energy, which can be found here, like I said, with the first house. And so something's brand spanking new here today. We have the Strength card coming out, and that's also a card that came out in that first reading, having to have strength, to have faith, okay, to have courage, to focus on something, to take action, is what the Strength card tells us to do, okay, to achieve something and to have the energy to do it, or to know that the angels are here to help with whatever this new start is, okay? Maybe, you know, whatever your new start is here. There's something to do with needing strength or gaining strength by it. We have, okay, so turning around, taking the cups, forgiveness, getting out of this woe is me, or I'm depressed. I don't know how long somebody's been here. If you just got here, I said you love and life, but there's been a lot of people that's been sitting here for a long time in a lot of remorse and disappointment and bitterness and frustration and regret. But there's a new start showing itself here, which is positive. So if you're turning around where the Strength and the Angel is, there's a brand new beginning here with the Fool coming out here. We have, so people returning, second chances are showing up, having a reckoning of something, rejuvenation, a change of position. Okay, this is money, sexual situations, things that have been hidden coming right to the light. There's some type of understanding of some type of a renewal and some type of change of position happening here with this awakening. Okay, there's strength here, though, for this new start. We obviously have new starts and people turning around. This is a forgiveness card, then. If people are returning for forgiveness and a change of position, and you've got the angels here and the high arcana. All 3 of these are high arcanas to help in a situation for a new start. New start, new start, new start, new start. Everywhere. There you go. There's a star card to heal something, to guide the way, to lead it. Another rejuvenation card. This is hope. This is optimism. This is knowledge and success and harmony. Something's blessed. Something is guided to come back around. Whatever this has been. This is a new relationship also. So, you know, if you've been mourning over an old relationship that's not returning and finally getting up and healing the heart, okay? Taking a leap of faith and maybe somebody that you never was with coming back around. Somebody in your family that you had a falling out with, been a long time, coming back around. There's hope here. This is beautiful healing energy coming out here with success with the star card. Something could very much be well known, exposed. Maybe you're in the spotlight. Something happened that was known. But these cards are social cards, okay? This other people's money, property, sexual situations, secrets coming out, okay? Coming up to the surface. Also law, secret investigative stuff, things that have been really far out there. There's a new beginning. There's strength here. I love that there's forgiveness here. So we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is about being lethargic. Now, we had this card come out yesterday in a different deck, and the person just said they're daydreaming. This person sees a cup, though, in this deck. This person literally is not paying attention to the cups that are down beside them. They've already been in that lethargic mood, and they've got some type of a wake-up call here and strength. Okay, the horn's going off. There's some type of optimism and inspiration going on here, and somebody sees something right out of heaven itself. I hope you guys can see these cards. Sorry about the glare. And I'm back in my room and just doing something a little different here. So this positive energy that's coming out here, so we've got a new start today. We got victory. That's beautiful energy coming out in this reading. This is movement. Okay, this is also focusing with strength as well. It takes self-control to move the Chariot card. Okay, gonna take some genius, okay, and strength to take those cups and to have an awakening here, to feel rejuvenated, to keep that creativity going, and to get victory today. Okay, so this is self-control, but achievement. Okay, this self-confidence with joy and traveling. Okay, so we do have traveling going on. We've got aviation as well with the full card. Now, probably not a lot of people are traveling right now, but there's something going on maybe with the past about some type of travel, something that's known, something that's been far out there. Somebody finally getting over, though, and seeing something come right out of heaven to wipe the slate clean in a situation to get victory here. That's actually positive what's coming out. So that was at the bottom of the deck. Let me put this card deck over here. I want to take another card. Take a Hebrew. Beautiful energy, and we got the heavens to back up a lot of stuff here. There's a beautiful healing. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high arcanas coming out here to help somebody look up and to take that cup and heal something and get victory. Beautiful. You and I can do it. Every day's a new day of hope and optimism. Somebody waking up to something here with that judgment card. Put the judgment on something. So we have the Dalet, we have the door, we have the key, we have knowledge, because we're waking up here, okay? We've got answers going on, okay? We've got no more weak and poor, okay? This is weak and poor stuff. If you just sit here and don't look up at the cup, then you're just going to be weak and poor and dangling of the head. But this showing us somebody's getting over this stuff. Has strength to jump off the cliff with faith, okay? Feeling really optimistic in looking at something beautiful from the heavens. Giving victory here is positive. We've got something being pointed out at the bottom of the deck is the hay. So we got the D and the H here. Okay, we've got a total of 9. So obviously there's been some type of snake in the basket situation that took place, but there's a judgment. Okay, it's because 9 is a judgment. We actually have the judgment card coming out here for this reading. There's an answer to something. Something's literally been revealed or is going to be revealed. This is an aha moment with the full card, because it's genius stuff. It's stuff just like that. Somebody had an awakening here. Also with the Tower, because the Tower card comes before the Star card. Okay, so we got big time genius, aha moments, and you know, even though something may really seem far out there, there's some type of strength going on here. Awakening something straight out of heaven. Somebody's seeing something that's refreshing here. Let me see what this revelation, this breath of this sigh, and something's being pointed out, and this answer is. Let's see what this word actually is in the Hebrew for us. Okay, so this is amazing because this word means attack. It means a bird of prey, and it's actually taking us to an eagle, a bird of prey that dives down on its prey. Actually, that's beautiful because an eagle will attack a snake. And we've got the energies of a snake in the basket, like I said. And so there's some type of an attack. Now, if we want to look at this governmentally or nation, look at something that's going on in the nation with the eagle, there has been an attack, healing, stuff that's needing healing with this virus stuff that's going around, making people feel one way, but the divine's given strength to bring some type of rejuvenation and healing. It's taken focus to do something here where an attack has been brought to us spiritually and playing out in this natural realm. Somebody's taking this is about diving into something as well. And it said that eagle, dives down on its prey, and people are trying to literally look up to the heavens to be able to overcome something that's really been devastating. People have taken an attack in all kinds of ways. In the money, in the home life, okay, dangling the head, whatever this has been, whatever the attack has been, that word's coming out. This actually, the next section it's talking about sickness and illness, so that's interesting, and disease. So that's interesting, and the star represents healing, and people are healing from things. So anyway, this word's coming out. Let me see what it is in the other direction. So the word the other direction, the HD, and that can go back to things that are on technology and things that are known as well. Anyway, it means shout. Something that's shouting, or some type of huge sound that's going on here with this word. Something of splendor, something of beauty, something that's really prominent, that's been worked on, has been shouted out. This is glory, this is majesty, this is comeliness, this is being goodly. This is a song of thanksgiving. This is beautiful energy because we see people reviving. And look, if nothing else, whatever this virus stuff that's been, there's been a lot of people that needed to be home, to go to the core of something and work something out, because people are just too busy on everyday life. And if nothing else, if people being shut up in their homes and stuff, what I'm saying, it's been good for them to rest, okay, to gather their thoughts, to think of things that have taken place, to turn around and forgive, and to get strength, and to have a fresh new hope. Okay, if nothing else, to quit dangling the head, to figure out who you are, what your priorities are, getting out of this just mundane going, a lot of this has been good for a lot of people. At the same time, it's been hard energy to have to deal with, but there's processing going on is what I'm seeing spiritually. So anyway, something is giving thanksgiving to the divine. Also, that word meant thanksgiving, being thankful for things. It does a lot of good. It really, really does. I want to take one of these cards here. There's a lot of good energy out here this morning. Okay, I will say this Neptune card in my first reading was at the bottom of the deck. It's coming out. It actually came out with the 9th house being the card. This was just at the bottom of the deck. Now what's at the bottom of the deck is a lot of watery stuff. So we've got Cancer and Pisces coming out here. Neptune energy, which we just came out of that house. Now let me say something. Yesterday we had, for a daily reading, we had energies come out where people were literally in lethargic energy. Apathy, can't move. They were in la la land. That's exactly what this card right here talks about. It's also a sacrifice card. Let me get to it real quick. It's number 10 in the book. And a 10 is a new beginning. It's also magician energies. It can be trickster stuff as well. There's kind of negative stuff to this card. It's kind of amazing that it's actually showing itself again. So obviously the divine's either wanting to still, if you're coming out this kind of this mysticism stuff that we got yesterday, coming out again today, then that's positive. There's a clean slate. There's healing from this kind of stuff. Okay, getting out of la la land and focusing, because this is all about focusing. The Chariot is a focusing card, and so is the Strength card. It's willpower. Both those cards are to have willpower. Okay. This card right here is needing to be extremely tuned in. Something could be very tricky right now. Playing emotional games. Or somebody's forgiving for that kind of stuff. I feel like that's something that's being healed because of the divine putting people in a place where they got to focus on some things. People are literally shut up in their homes and they're forced to look at some things. Things are being pointed out. People are lifting up their head or allowing the divine to lift up their head to see that cup there. Okay? Because there's been a lot of la-la stuff right underneath people's noses as well. Okay? This is getting clarity and direction. Okay? Getting out of that la-la stuff, having those visions and being really far out there. This energy has to do with imagining things and escapism. And, I'll just ignore it and it'll go away. No, you got to face stuff with strength and stay focused in it. You and I have to. And sacrifice something. This is sacrificing. Because this card goes back to higher realms of communication with other spirits and things like that. People really getting way out there with artistic things in that realm as well. Okay, need to come out of that kind of stuff. Because this goes back to narcotics and alcoholic drinks and toxins and poisons and medicines and all kinds of stuff. It's amazing that this is coming out twice now. Like I said, it was at the bottom of the deck. I just hit on a couple of things, but it's coming out for the main card in this reading. But there's healing here. Like I said, really far out there things. Okay? So, don't want to go back the same way. Need to heal from that kind of stuff. Especially if there's been other people's money and property and sexual secret stuff like that attached to this kind of stuff that's coming out twice now. Obviously it is. It's time to heal from this stuff. We have the star here. We have healing. It's time to get focused. Okay, this goes back to people who have real physical ailments. You never can get to the root of any type of problem here. If you're going to stay in La La Land, it says. Wow. This goes back to television and stuff as well. So we had HD come out. So that was coming out here. We've got stardom energy as well. So things that are really known and really far out there as well. So if we're going back to television, we're going back to stardom and stuff like that. Glamour is what this card goes to. Bodies of water, things that have happened there. Healing from that kind of stuff. We have a lot of water here anyway with these cups. Feeling overcome or feeling mercy and compassion. This actually is energy of unconditional love, which is actually beautiful energy. You know, getting out of any kind of emotional games, because this card represents emotional games. You've got to get out of that kind of stuff and bring this up to the higher level of love, and this represents compassion and, like I said, feeling mercy, unconditional love, relationships, okay, being able to overcome, not mimicking others, because this is a mimicking card, and little children do that as well, okay. But this is the card that's coming out now. I want to take this look at this Cancer because it's at the bottom, and that's a lot of watery stuff coming out, and that's feeling things, and that literally takes us to home Cancer rule, the moon actually came out in my first reading, and it rules over the 4th house of Cancer, but it's also tied to Pisces real big and to Scorpio energy. All the water can be attached to it, but this card is I feel. This would go back to feminine stuff for the most part, pregnancy and stuff like that, but it goes back to early life things that you and I feel and heal from. And people get focused and allow things to come up to the surface and deal with it to heal, then it's positive. We get a new fresh start. Okay, we get a fresh new start and gain some type of strength with the angels coming out here. So this is allowing ourselves to feel things and dealing with it. It's also a creative imagination, and we're going to put it with this Neptune stuff, then that really is a lot of mysticism stuff going on then. But this is also night things that happen in the night, dark things. Needing to have strength to face whatever this has been. Okay, and turn around, take the cups, and looking at it coming straight out of heaven. Okay, and dealing with those emotions and those feelings. This also takes us back to Cancer energy. Okay, but it's also with Jupiter, getting a grip on something and balancing something. Water is about balancing here. This is about getting over loneliness, secret loves, and love affairs. This is needing nourishment or giving nourishment, importance. This is food and diet, the digestive system. This is about the circulatory system or the lymphatic system. That is about circulating things, though. So the divine is bringing out things that are emotional. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. And confusing. At the same time, we do have newfound hope here. And shouting and fixing a problem. Okay. And something beautiful showing up here with these words that the divine brought out. Swooping down, getting rid of deception and all this crazy emotional mysticism stuff that's really far out there. Heal a situation, wipe the slate clean, jump off the cliff, let something come to the surface like that we're being told by the divine. Open up the door, get the key, and shut the door and turn around on things that, you know, that are done and over with, and look up and take the cup. Take the cup. See it coming right out of heaven. There's healing here in a very big, powerful way, and there is nothing but victory showing itself here for us today. Okay, so let us deal with those emotions when they come up and transmute what we need to, because something's really karmic here. Okay? All right, guys, until next time. I'll be back later. Shalom.